If you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, and you feel like you're stuck in your pricing, meaning you feel like you could charge more, you feel like you're worth a lot more, but you feel like your current batch of customers and clients, they're not paying it. There's a lot of friction. And if that's you, I have the formula on how to fix that in this video because I was in that same position. We've all been there as business owners, especially business owners that are selling consulting, financial services, coaching, things that are not tangible. Like these AirPods, they're tangible. Before you buy them, you can go to the Apple store, you can flip them open, try them on, see which ones you like. Before you buy a car, you can test drive 20 cars if you want at different dealerships. And it's tangible, right? Whereas sometimes when you're selling an intangible, especially when you want to go high ticket, there's a bit of friction with the prospect. And I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm saying you, as the business owner, that's your problem. And it's not a problem of you're not showing them enough value, right? I'm sure your offer delivers value. I'm sure you've structured it in an amazing way. That's usually not the issue. The issue is that most business owners, they market, they generate leads, they get interest in what they do, and then they immediately say, "Hey, I just met you at a bar. Let's get married and buy my $20,000 program or my $50,000 service or whatever you're selling." And that's essentially what you're doing. You're marketing, you're getting leads, and then you're immediately saying, "Hey, you should automatically trust me and find me credible to now buy my highest ticket offer." And I've just seen that it doesn't work like that, right? It's not just about adding value up front. It's how do you add value in a way that delivers trust and, most importantly, credibility in the eyes of the prospective client, because the messenger effect is a real phenomenon. If you have Warren Buffett and he's giving you advice on putting all of your money into a certain stock, but again, it's Warren Buffett. He calls you, he FaceTimes you. It's real, it's not I bet you're going to be like, wow, well, I know nothing about this stock, but Warren Buffett, the Warren Buffett, I trust him. I find him credible. I respect his opinion on stocks. So I'm going to do it. 99% of us would probably say the same thing. Now, if the guy, on the side of the street, no credibility, no perceived trust, nothing. If he says, hey, you should buy the same stock or a better one, you're going to be like, you have other problems. I don't trust you. I don't know you. Like, who are you to give me financial advice? Right. Or again, maybe we have a friend or family member that, they aren't doing well financially or in their business, and then they try to give you advice. The messenger effect is that you instantly don't trust what they say because you don't trust them in this area. Again, you might have family or friends or people that give you advice, but okay, I trust what they say when it comes to health or wellness or parenting or money or business or not. So, going back to the point, the idea is that how do you get your prospects to trust and find you credible so that the messenger effect is on your side, right? You want prospects saying, I really like him, I trust him, I respect him. I think she's super credible. Like in this area, I feel like she's going to help me make a transformation. That's the goal. Before they ever hear your price or your offer, that's a part of marketing, right? People sometimes feel like they have to sell, sell, sell because they're missing this piece of marketing, which is how do I gain trust and credibility with my prospective clients. And so, again, I've been doing this with so many clients in so many industries, but many of them sell an intangible service. It's not physical in the real world, it's knowledge, it's coaching, consulting, it's services. So, they're making that decision really based on them trusting you and finding you credible, but you think you're in a different business where you can just advertise, get a lead, and then instantly try to sell them. That's why you have a lot of friction in the sales process. And so, how you do that, of course, I don't have enough time to do that in this video in terms of how do you build the trust and credibility, but because it depends on your industry and your business. but you have to at least identify that that is probably a missing piece in this formula from who's my ideal client, what's my captivating offer, how do I get attention, but how do I make sure that attention then finds me trustworthy and credible in this certain area so that as we move to the sales process, there's as little friction as possible. And generally, you could do videos, webinars, virtual events, speaking engagements, books. There's like those are generally the things that you can do to build that trust. But again, your business, maybe you have a renovation business and none of those apply. You need to figure out what is going to help them in your industry find you trustworthy and credible so that they can sign up and get a great service, right? It's perception. You have to get that perceived credibility and value, or you'll never get the opportunity to actually deliver on what you're promising and what you're saying during the marketing and sales process. So let me know if that makes sense or if you have any questions. And of course, comment below. I'm happy to answer there as well. And God bless. Have a great day. Talk soon.